magic. There are evil spirits.
Don't be silly, Grandpa. There's no such thing as evil spirits.
Come on.
All right. Okay.
There we go.
Oh no! What do we do?
Don't worry, everyone. This is my old friend, Leviathan.
Ripenelby has left home.
Querida, por fin has vuelto. La casa está lista. Te espero con los brazos abiertos.
¡Eh! ¡Deja de decir tonterías! ¡Que me has mojado!
When I looked at the river, I did not see the thing that the children saw. I saw her, beautiful, soft as mercy. Her eyes told me I was known. Her mouth promised I was wanted. And I believed it. But Azza saw the teeth, Kai saw the wet gray skin. The donkey smelled the rot between the song. What reached for me was not a woman. It was hunger wearing a face. To the children, I kissed a monster. To me, I kissed the dream of being wanted. And that was the horror. Not that the creature fooled me. That part of me wanted to be fooled.
Okay, Ozza fans, man, I have been cranking on an Ozza short today. And I put together a whole script. It's based off of anticipation, validation. It's also got effect and revelation. It's got visuals. It's got dialogue. It's got voiceover. I built up a prompt system, a pretty in-depth prompt system. And I was going through each plate and I started off in flashboards. I had different plates for plate 1, plate 2, coming up with the different sequences and stuff like that. And then I started developing the characters. We have Azza, we have Kai, we have Sable. She's a Nephilim. We have the donkey. It's one of my favorites. And then we have Lemuel. He's a pretty fun character. Started working on different shots, testing out different scenes, testing out just the look and feel of the mermaid, trying to get a look at what she's going to look like, how that's going to work. And I made her like really beautiful, and then golly, I even have this thing. It almost looks like Little Mermaid here. And I was like, I don't think Sable would see the mermaid like that. So I started working on different characters to make her look a little bit different, working on different shots. And then I started working on bringing them in to Higgsville. They come up with a canvas thing, and it's pretty amazing. So I started it out with different lanes, basically all the assets, what each character is going to look like, and this is just to keep consistency during the renders. So as I'm going, I don't get weird in different characters. I noticed that if I didn't do some type of scale for the characters, I'd have all different types of sizes. So I started making assets that show the scale of things. This is the Sea Enchantress. I didn't actually use that. I started rendering out the different plates for the atmosphere. So the story is, the purpose is that, I don't know how to get rid of that. The lane holds the meaning short of the canvas. The canvas not become a random practice shots. So the storyline of temptation, those storylines of temptation does not always attack directly. It appears as the thing a person already wants. So I had the storyline. I started putting that together. How the kids would find dread in it. I guess it's kind of turning out to be a dark horror. I don't know if it's horror as much as just kind of a dark comedy. I wrote out a master lane here because like the first renders I started doing here were like, they looked way too realistic. Like I couldn't get the feel I was wanting. So I was like, hey, we're not making ultra realistic shots here. I wanted to have something that was more cartoonish. So I started building out the shots. Shot one was over the river. Kind of a cool shot. I wanted to feel this is built in a pre-flood world. So obviously it's a little bit different world than we have now. They have giant trees. And so I started off with that. The shot was a river shot, and I have like these different prompts here. This is shot 2, where we're just going. They kind of walk up. There's like a dark thing in the water here. Lemuel is becoming available for temptation before he understands it. So he walks up to the water. That's in shot 2. And then I wanted to kind of show the creature coming through the water, just kind of peeking up through the water. And then during the short, some funny things happened. It was kind of a happy accident. Like Lemuel, like for some reason, I called the mermaid Leviathan, and I thought that was kind of funny. And he was kind of saying, "Hey, this is my old friend Leviathan," which kind of makes sense in a pre-flood world, but you know, everyone wouldn't think Leviathan is some kind of crazy mermaid, and of course the donkey doesn't like that. And I wanted it to kind of feel like, you know, Lemuel and I guess we're gonna have to call her Leviathan from now. But that they were kind of old friends and they were kind of flirting a little bit, you know. And then even in like the render, it started rendering out all these strange voices, which I thought, hey, you know, that kind of works because you know, you don't know what language they speak. Maybe they have some weird old language, and it's also kind of like part Spanish. And then Sable, I wanted to have like a cutaway shot of her like going, ugh, gross, you know, like I guess like just a sister watching something, you know, her watching her old weird uncle, grandpa, whatever. That was the first thing in the first clip. They were calling her like grandpa, and that was just not the case. I want to see if I can restart this, get that off. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just restarting the frame. Okay. So, yeah. Sable has her little gross out moment. And then we have shots of what Lemuel actually sees. And this is where I was going to put like a really beautiful mermaid in here, but I was thinking, you know, Lemuel would not be attracted to a beautiful mermaid. He'd be attracted to like some like old winch kind of hag or something, and that's exactly what I put in here. And you know, he's like, you know, he obviously is in love with her, and Lemuel knows that this attractive winch in front of him is not what he thinks it is, because that's kind of the power of this mermaid, is that the mermaid can actually, you know, project whatever image she wants into people's minds. And of course, Azza and Kyra not having any of it. It's almost like it's something they're just torturing them. They don't even know what to do about it. And then one of the funny clips is that he actually falls down on the ground. I kind of left that in. And then I cut away to Lemuel actually kissing this monster, and he like even knows it too. That's what makes it even more funny. So, and then the monster, I don't know why it flipped it over for some reason. I didn't change it. And then she like starts biting over his head, and Sable thinks that this monster is trying to eat him, so she tries to protect him from it. And to be honest, it kind of made Lemuel mad that Sable saved her from it. So yeah, I'm really having fun with this, guys. You know, if you have any ideas for, I'm basing this off of Apocrypha, you know, ancient text, ancient folklore. I don't believe the Apocrypha is canonical, so don't like come up and say, oh, you're doing something against the Bible. I believe the Apocrypha is like ancient text, and that you know, it's worth and it's worth studying, and it's interesting. So I wouldn't say, I'm not trying to do anything. Anyway, I think this is super fun. I have a bunch of ideas that I'm putting together. This is just one short. I put together a whole content engine of ideas. This was the thing of the water. I have a story called The Garment of the Queen. I kind of hinted on that in a short previously, but that's going to be a fun episode where Sable puts on an outfit and she gets mistaken for the queen, and they get ushered into the castle. So I have that'll bring up other episodes I'm bringing up. So if you like this, if you think it's fun, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I look forward to creating the world of Aza and just having more fun with AI tools. Thank you.
Sable is a teenage Nephilim girl in the world of Aza. Too tall for the marketplace, too strong for ordinary spaces.
I want that. No, you mustn't touch that. Only the bride may touch the garment.
She has spent her life being treated like she doesn't quite belong anywhere. Then she finds an ancient royal garment. When Sable puts it on, everything changes. The market goes silent. Soldiers kneel, crowds begin to chant. For the first time, the world does not move away from her. It makes room. But the garment is not just cloth. It remembers who wore it before.